Hello, Glitch Reaper back again, and this is for my next section on inventory pets with my special review. And this will be for utility and area of effect pets. What I mean by area of effect are ones that, in fact, affect a very wide area. Kind of like blowing stuff up with the creeper pet earlier, or logging fireballs with gas, but for things that don't technically have a mob form that they correspond to. They're just kind of their own thing. So, but first I will be doing specialty pets that are based on utility. Now these usually have to do with utility blocks and things, although they're in pet form. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting concept of having a pet crafting table, but that's actually what this first one is. It is the crafting table pet. And as you can imagine, as part of the recipe, you will be needing a lot of wood. You need some blanks, a actual log, a diamond, and a gold ingot, and it allows you to access your crafting table at any time. It also eats wooden blanks, so we're going to take our handy feed bag and get myself some planks of any sort. I'll just throw in some birch for fun, because that makes things so much easier. But yeah, if you want to have a portable crafting table, you just do it this way. So you just click with that, and bingo! So yeah, that's handy. Now another thing is kind of unique. The jukebox pet. Yeah, this has a recipe similar to a jukebox because it involves planks and a diamond, but also involves redstone and a gold ingot. Its favorite food is redstone. So I'm not going to necessarily hold on to this the whole time because it has kind of an interesting set of uses. And this is use-based. So I will, and you can play a disc in your inventory. You can also stop playing it, and you can skip to the next disc by using sneak click. Remember, all these powers are always activated while you're holding the pet. So if I want to grab a couple of my favorite music discs, for example, let me see here. Let's grab, okay, let's say cat, and, okay, let's say blocks, and let me see, where are we now? Otherwise known as weight. But it will go sequentially from one to another. So let's start playing some music. See, now we're playing cat. If I want to stop it, I hit the button again. It's not stopping it. Maybe I should sneak. It's playing blocks. And wait. So it's cycling between them. The music continues whenever you take it back into your inventory. That's kind of funny. I didn't even give it any redstone yet, and this thing's already tried playing 3 discs for me. That's just beautiful. I mean, you don't even need an actual jukebox in a regular way, and this is portable. You don't have to place it down. So you can just keep playing on there. I'll just continue on. Or should I? I don't know. What happens if I get rid of it? Nothing. It keeps playing. That's unique. Okay, I didn't expect that exactly. Oops, wrong options. Okay, that was actually kind of well, that was weird. Okay, so trying to end that part of the demonstration early just to do so. I do like music discs in Minecraft, but at the same time I can't have that playing forever. So yeah. Now the next two are useful for holding onto your stuff. We have the chest pet, and it allows you to be basically like a portable chest, kind of like a backpack. It also feeds on wooden planks, just like the crafting table pet, so no new item really needs to be EMC'd in. Now, for this one, you will need some planks, as before, a diamond, a gold ingot, and also an iron nugget. And as I demonstrated before, you just click, and there you have an open chest. Now, we also have an even bigger one, the double chest pet. It's very similar, even in recipe, but you need a gold nugget instead of an iron ingot, so barely more expensive, and depending on what you're actually finding in your world, that might actually be less, because I've had more than one instance myself where I had more gold than iron, so I totally relate to that. Additionally, this is in fact a bit better. Now, its favorite food is wood. It says wood because it literally means logs, not planks. So if I were to literally just say wood, which is the usual way that these things come out, let's give it another vanilla version just in case. Just in case. So, yeah. So, whenever I open this one, I get double. So, this is basically like, for example, a large backpack worth, or a double chest. Well, it is a double chest pet, so it's a double chest worth of inventory in one slot. So, it's very convenient. And that is tracked individually, so, yes, just think that that is very useful. Now, we also come across our next one. It is the Ender Chest Pet. This one is one of the first ones that require Ender Nuggets as actual material to make it. You'll need seven of those. Lips. You'll need 7 of those. You'll need a diamond and a gold ingot. So, therefore, this one is, depending on what you've been finding, this could take a while before you get it. So, yeah, because I've seen people with bad luck with Endermen. I've never really had that kind of bad luck myself, but I've seen it happen. So I can totally see somebody having a serious issue making this pet. Of course, they'd also have a hard time just making the actual Ender chest if they wanted to. But this one is basically a portable Ender chest. You literally can access your Ender chest system directly. Now, its favorite food is an Ender nugget, so I need to pick up a few of those. So, now I've picked up a few of those. Blink. I need to keep remembering I cannot shift-click that way. But as you can see, it says, not in your chest pet. Which, like these said chest pet, or double chest pet. It says Ender chest. This is because it accesses your vanilla Ender chest system. It doesn't have its own inventory. It uses the one that is, well, your special extra inventory, the extra dimensional inventory added on by an Ender chest. It just allows you to access it more easily. So that comes in very handy in its own way. And after all, it's a lot safer than a regular chest anyhow, or even having something in your inventory like a double chest pet, because you can also lose all that at the same time. If you don't have access to something like keep inventory, which this mod actually does add, and I will be showing it in this section, you could lose everything in that chest at the same time, but you won't for your Ender chest system. That's preserved even on death, so that's just another way of making sure to save some of your stuff, which is always handy. Now we have the Enchanting Table Pet. This one is some obsidian nuggets, a diamond, gold ingot, and a book. It actually says its favorite food is lapis nuggets now. I believe it used to eat books. But at some point it was rebalanced to lapis nuggets. Now the interesting thing about this is it allows you to open an inventory and try to enchant things. However, it's not necessarily always going to be easy to operate in some cases, but note that it eats lapis, but it doesn't require lapis. So because of this, that means that you can potentially bypass using up a lot of full units of lapis, because you're only using lapis nuggets, not full pieces. So yes, it is in fact taking down the durability of this this enchanting table pet. But you don't have to worry about the enchanting table pet going all the way out, because it will eat little lapis nuggets. So just for seeing, can I do that? No, it's not working in this version. Don't worry, I believe that was corrected later. So again, it's just the fact that I've been testing out a lot of things in this exact version, so it's not something you really worry about. Hello, lapis nuggets? Well, it is use-based, so I'll have to do that again. And it noms. So therefore, we have that. And because other things might be using lapis nuggets in this particular section, I will be putting those in there. Now, these are some of these things are ones that you don't necessarily have to have on constantly, or have exact use of. So sometimes you can hold on to a few in your inventory and wait until you actually need it, because even though these have special click abilities that allow you to access otherwise normal things more easily without having to place a block, you've got to remember that you won't necessarily be using that function constantly. So you can keep them in your inventory to keep them safe, as well as not eating as much food. So you can have them for whenever you need them. Now, here comes one, on the other hand, that might be handy to have on hand for a quick getaway. This is the Nether portal pet. That's right, you have a pet portal. This may seem very strange, but it's also super useful. This allows you to teleport to the Nether and back. Now, this is a bit different than regular Nether teleportation, from what I remember. The few times I've actually used this, it has actually allowed you to go back to the dimension that you left from. Yeah, that's right, the dimension you left from. Now, his favorite food is either obsidian nuggets or nether quartz. Well, I don't see anything else using some of those things right now, so I guess I can use obsidian nuggets. Yep, there we go. Misclick. Anyhow, give this to it, and I'll also temporarily go into creative, pull off an old trick, and use that to be back. Because what I want to do is show how you can use this for a quick escape. Now remember that those special foods will come in handy, and also remember that that whole back thing is a very big deal. So also note that to make it you will need some obsidian nuggets, a diamond, a gold ingot, and nether quartz in and of itself. So as I switch game modes here, just remember this that it is kind of like a portal in terms of its recipe, but you're not using like flint and steel, you're using nether quartz, so you will probably need some materials from the nether first. Now what I need to do is grab myself some of these, and I need to grab myself some Eyes of Ender, because I'm going to try going to the end and coming back, and then going back to it, and demonstrating that it goes between worlds in a very weird way. But it's one that could be very useful, because if you got a dimension you're tracking, then there you go. At least this is how I remember it happening. Right now I'm just trying to see if this is the current version. Dig those insertion sounds that we have here. Boing, boing, boing. Love it. And the portal opening. So much more dramatic than it used to be. You just gotta love that little addition. Okay, well, with that, I'll go in and demonstrate how this thing works. Yep. See, now I'm in the end, but I'd otherwise be normally trapped there. So, Nether portal pit. Don't worry about that whole Ender Dragon thing, it's just that it didn't eliminate it. Now I'm basically in the Nether from the end, which is not normally possible. But watch what happens when I click it again. I'm back to the end. See? Wait, more than one. Oh, that old glitch. I forgot about that. I really did not think that still happened. That is totally on me. I forgot that sometimes if you go in and out of the end, it will create another Ender Dragon. Well, right now I'm just seeing his name. I don't think there's actually a second one here. So, yeah, I mean there is that. So, I think going in and out using that as a dimensional bypass may have screwed up his name, because there's only one still there. It just thinks there should be two because of the whole bypass thing. So, oops. And of course, I'm back to the Nether. So remember, it's not a complete way of getting out of situations. But it does help, because you can go specifically back and forth to the Nether, and whatever dimension you came from is the one that you'll be returning to. So, I'll take a few moments to bypass this the regular way. Okay. Beep. And I'll be back, of course. I'm back, and I came back from my whole Nether and End adventure, and I'm going to be continuing right now. So, without further ado, let's go back to the remaining pets for this section. We have the Furnace Pet. The Furnace Pet is made with some cobblestone, coal, a diamond, and a gold ingot, and its special ability is that it can literally insta-smelt things. Yeah, that's always nice. Now, the thing is that it has to be exactly the first smeltable item in your hotbar that it concentrates on. So, let's move this over for a while. And remember, it likes coal, so let me grab myself some coal. Coal. And it has to be whole coal, might I add. Now, let's see here. I probably want to grab something from Creative that's smeltable. Or, I can grab something from here that's smeltable. Because even though, like, ores don't have EMC, you can, however, get some things that you'd normally smelt into other things this way. For example, sand. So let's see here. Which way do I want to do it? I want to do, I'm going to do red sand. Bissell sand glass, that's interesting to know. Anyhow, note that this one will instantly turn these things into glass. Nom 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 nom. And you can just hold for rapid smelting. Yeah! So I am turning all this into glass, like super fast. That literally devoured all 64 coal, but you got 64 glass, so basically at the expense of one whole coal, you can instantly smelt something. That makes that kind of useful, really. I mean, sometimes you really don't want to wait for your smelting operation. Like, I just blasted through an entire stack of sand. So that should give you an idea of how fast that is and how useful of an ability that really is. Because that was quick. I mean, that was lightning fast smelting there. Not the absolute fastest I've ever seen, but you get the idea. And now we move on to the Brewing Stand pet. This one is literally a very special portable brewing stand. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I need to give it nether wart and a blank potion, or if it just gives me a random potion. Because I haven't really used this one before myself, despite how much I've loved this mod and have made this pet several times for my collection. I just usually don't do it that way because it is random. However, I am wondering what limitations it has, so this is kind of a live experiment. Now, the Brewing Stand pet itself is 6 cobblestone, a diamond, gold ingot, and a nether wart, and its favorite food is nether wart. So, let's grab some nether wart. Okay, well, what other way would it be? I am wondering if you could. That would be a little expensive. I may be in hardcore pet mode. There are some special configs the mod lets. It makes it very, very customizable. And one of which is a special hardcore pets mode, where they have more expensive crafting recipes, and they also may eat more expensive food. So if anybody believes this mod is overpowered for their mod pack, but wants to weaken it somehow, look into the configs for that, because that is a viable option. Now, let's also... Oh yeah, thank you for unlocking my recipes, despite the fact I clearly already have it all in here. Anyhow, let's see how well this works. Okay, so it just gives you the whole potion. That's interesting. And this is a lingering potion, a weakness. Now, this is per use. Now, this would be very useful, just this one I randomly got, if I were using this to cure zombies. I mean, I have an enchanted golden apple from my Petmas segment that I'm working on, but because at this time it's not actually completely done with that, so it'd be kind of funny putting that up, but still. The point is that that would allow you to cure zombies. You just have to have a regular golden apple instead, and hit them with weakness. Now, because this is a lingering potion, you could probably lure multiple zombie villagers through this and have a curing party. So, yeah, that would be fun. Let's see what the next one will be. A potion of leaping. Always nice, because trying to get rabbit's feet is a real chore. Well, unless you have EMC. But again, not everybody's going to have that mod when they're trying to get a potion of leaping. So, yeah, super useful. Lingering potion of regeneration for 5 seconds. That could be kind of useful. Don't want to get everything up, but just a few more. A lingering potion of leaping for 2 minutes. Anybody who goes through that cloud will get 2 minutes of leaping. Okay, let me see. I have only a couple spaces left on this, so otherwise I'll have to stockpile some potions. But it is kind of fun now that I'm doing it to see the random potions, because it's only eating netherwort. You don't even have to have the glass bottles for this. It's just like instantly giving you potions. So that's pretty darn cool. Oh, lingering potion of harming. Feel like the Ender Dragon. Zap. Just pound everything that goes through that. You know, I'm actually kind of curious about something. I might actually use this just to see if it can harm me in this armor. Because I know they've redone it. Oh, yes it can. Ow. I mean, it restores me up pretty quickly because of how powerful this armor is, but ouch. It shows that you are no longer invincible in gym armor. I had some friends that were wondering about that, and I wanted to show them somehow, but I didn't exactly think I'd be doing it in the middle of an inventory pets review. Still, and of course I don't actually have the jumping effect on. Weird delay. So now I have a jump boost. So that clears me a few slots. So, yeah, now I can move on to some other pets and know that I have room. Okay, the next one up is the Anvil Pet. Now, this one might be considered semi-expensive, but it slowly auto-repairs damaged items in your inventory and has a very special other ability. Now, its favorite food is iron nuggets, and it's crafted with well, again, we have something kind of like the iron golem with a bunch of iron. So we have 6 iron ingots, an iron nugget, a diamond, and a gold ingot. Now, if I had the things that were needing to be repaired, this one will do the job for you. You just keep it actively in your hotbar, and it will repair everything in your inventory over time. It's a slow process, and I believe it does not ignore, repeat, does not ignore the no repair tag. So remember that special artifact weapons and equipment will not be aided by this. So yeah. Now you can also do something that's kind of funny. Now these are work in progress mobs that I'm about to show. So keep that in mind. They could be buggy, so I'm not going to use them completely, but yeah. I spawned a living Anvil Pet from this one. It has a cooldown of 2 minutes on this ability, might add. But I will, in fact, click this to show you what it says. If I can. Huh, not working this time. Huh, it gave me a message before. It's like, feed me my favorite food and I'll repair your items. Meaning it would instantly give you a burst of repair power under your items if you vet it. Right now this is also work in progress, so I'm not going to go completely forward with that, but right now it's just funny to see this bouncy, happy anvil trying to go around. I mean, it looks like an anvil, but it's more like a spring right about now. Can I even hop on top? Yep. No, I can't hop on top. That would have been kind of funny if I could use him as a springboard. I mean, he's making the sound. Come on. Now we're going to something similar with the bed pet. The bed pet is very special. It allows you to instantly sleep. So if you want to have a portable... Why are you repairing things? I don't have anything to repair. Well, I guess it's because it's just that whole uh, thing where it automatically goes for it. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and feed you. So you nom. I don't have anything to repair, so you can hang back here. Thank you very much. Anyhow, as I was going to say, normally speaking, if I were to, I don't have this. I have the daylight cycle off right now, but if I were to say time set night. Oh, he despawned. Okay. Anyhow, you can just click this, and you instantly get it back to day. Yay! Now, its favorite food is wool, which you'd kind of expect from something that's such a comfy pet. It helps you instantly pass the night. Now note this ability only works at night, and it does not reset your spawn point. So it's kind of a good way to do it while you're traveling and you don't want to have to deal with a lot of mobs at night. I mean, you can always get overcrowded that way. You can also sneak click to create a living bed. Oh wait. Not visible right now. Unless it went through the ground. I've had that happen to me before. Do I see you here? Where are you? I hear a bouncing bed, but I'm not seeing you. Okay, again, these are work in progress, so there should be a very happy-looking bouncing bed here, but not happening. Okay, so... yeah, something stuck. I'll just give you some white wool. Well, actually, that's use activated, so I won't actually be feeding them here. I almost forgot about that. Okay, time to move on to area pets. These are also special in their own way as well. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I do have several food items here. I should probably whip out my whole feed bag thing again. There you go. Feed well. Feed well. Did I have nether quartz in here? Oh, I have obsidian nuggets, that's it. So they'll be perfectly fine. And for some odd reason, also in this version, the names aren't showing when you're clicking in the bag, but technically I do have various items in here that normally it would show what they were if I were mousing over them, like right now. I'm mousing over things, it's saying what they are, but in the bag it's not showing, so that's just a temporary thing, don't worry about it. So no concern there, just noting that's just a thing that's happening right now. Okay, now I'm moving on to area of effect pets. Now, remember when I said that their categories had different colors and one of them did not show up very well? Well, we're to that point now, because even though these do have a category that's shown, it's not shown very well. Oh, forgot to mention the bed pets recipe. That's redstone, wool, diamond, and a gold ingot, which is fairly easy to put together. So for a portable bed, that's not bad. As for the heart pet, that's a whole other story. Now, note how I said that the colors are hard to see. It says area of effect, but in the exact same color as the the file name for the item, like inventory pet slash colon heart pet. Or heart underscore pet. But anyhow, the exact same type color is for area of effect, so it's kind of a little harder to see that these are in fact categorized, but they are. Now, the heart pet's special ability is group regeneration, and it grants you this at the cost of poppies, which is interesting. Now, whenever you right-click and you're close to other players, it'll allow all of you to gain this regeneration boost, and hence why these are area of effect pets, as all their abilities specifically are designed to affect areas. Now, making this one is decently easy. You get redstone, a diamond, and an emerald, making this a bit more expensive than your usual pet, because you're not having a gold ingot in a diamond, you're having an emerald in a diamond. So it is a bit more expensive overall, especially if you have a hard time finding emeralds. Me personally, no, I've never really had trouble finding emeralds. I mean, one way or another, I'm going to get them. And you also need a poppy, and its favorite food is poppies. So I will definitely be popping some poppies here. So, yeah. Ding! So there we go. Poppies. Whoa, that thing is... That's weird that's having a problem. Okay. But anyhow, let's show how good this is. And I am curious if this will affect mobs. I don't think it does. I think it mainly affects other players. But if you could affect mobs with this, that would be kind of cool. If it was like boosting like passive and friendly mobs. I'm not seeing anything around here that would really qualify. I mean, where's a sheep when you need one? I mean, seriously, folks, where's a sheep when you need one? I'm not counting the squids. They kind of just go in and out all the time. So, yeah, that's not going to be a thing. Now, in the taiga over here, there's sometimes wolves. Let me see, can I find a wolf? Because I'd love to use this ability on something that would be a potential ally, but I'm not seeing them. I mean, seriously, I've got silverwood trees before I'm finding wolves. That's kind of a little weird. I do have Lost Thaumaturgy in here in case you're wondering where all this Thaumcraft 2 stuff is from. But it's only going to be the temporary version as Pingu needs to get some things retextured. I got this before that whole deal happened, so yeah, and I have been preserving this profile ever since. If you ever needed a copy of it to re-get back to its code, I could do that. Okay, I'll give in. I'll help out squids. Nope, it does not affect them. I get regeneration 3 for a minute, which is cool. I may also want to show off another feature of the mod while I can, because I'm over here and it's right underneath me. You have various dungeons that you're going to be using to find a lot of these pets, but also there are certain ones that will only show up in these dungeons. I'll get to that later, but here's just an example dungeon, and hey, it's around the proper time. Hey, you really... By the way, there's also custom spawners around here that look like normal blocks in these kind of dungeons, so they're kind of stealthy. But here we have an example of a random pet. We have an Anvil Pet randomly here. You'll have various items related to the thematic area of the dungeon. Like in this case, we have buckets of water because this is an underwater or sea dungeon. We have some raw fish, which also should be noted that a lot of inventory pets will have some of their food items in here and things that you'd use to craft them. We have a diamond, again used to craft them. Sponge, thematically appropriate, and it is dry. So if you want an alternate way of finding sponge, just a moment. Yep. If you want an alternate way of finding sponge, then you should note that trying to find one of these dungeons is a great way to do it, because it does in fact allow you to bypass worrying about getting a ocean monument. So yeah. Ugh. Moving water and this armor do not mix. Okay, that's it. Well, wow, they're coming in faster than I expect. I couldn't even get to my thing. Okay, that's it. I'm pulling out this the special accessory. Where are you? Oh wait. Really? I forgot that it doesn't work that way around here. Don't. Okay. Well, anyhow, if I can fight this current, I can get out of here. Note that they're made mostly out of sand, and are basically a cube of these, but these are the sea dungeons. I just had to show that off while I was here. Maybe if one spawns behind me, he'll boot me out. Thank you. That was ironically useful. Very ironically useful. So, thank you for booting me out there, because I was kind of a little stuck. But yeah, this is one of the dungeons, and this one had, in fact, one of the types of pets I was showing off in this segment. And that was just random, I'd add. But it had an Anvil Pet, which was one of the utility pets I was showing off earlier. It can also include things like area of effect pets, but there's a very special kind of pet that you'd normally be really looking for there. So, this was kind of just a quick showing of that while I was out at sea trying to demonstrate this thing's special ability. Okay. And now, that might be configurable, I don't know. But I do know that some of the other aspects of certain area of effect pets can be configured as to whether or not they affect other players if they are negative. Now, I'm moving on to something that's still positive, though, the shield pet. The shield pet also loves iron nuggets, so I'm covered. And the thing is, it gives you a group resistance effect for a while. Now, making this is, again, a diamond and an emerald, so a bit more expensive than most others, but again, area of effect, and a bunch of iron nuggets. Now, this thing grants you a ding, a resistance 2 effect for a minute, and this will also affect other nearby players, like with the heart pet granting its ability. So you can basically boost up a whole group whenever you're going on a raid. So if you're trying to team up against the Ender Dragon, or if you're trying to go up against a more powerful mob from a mod, for example, then it would be a good idea to power up, get yourself ready, and make sure your whole team's ready. Also, you can also bunch up again whenever the effect's about to wear off and say, hey, over in the corner, and just go, yeah, we got it. Now there's also some offensive ones. This is the dubstep pet. Oh, this thing is really fun. Its ability is a sound blast. Its favorite food is a whole note block, though, which is kind of rare. Now, crafting it also requires a note block. It requires some coal nuggets, diamond and an emerald, and its sound blast literally blows things away. I am not kidding. That is the literal way that it works. So, yeah. It also makes some music, kind of. See, will this work on squid? I know that there's... By the way, there's a config option as to whether or not it affects players, because this is one of the negative ones. Aha! Squid. That's it, squid. Time to be shoved around. And as you move, you keep shoving things. It's kind of like force fields around you with sound, which is awesome. What do you add? They actually found out that you can really do that. You can make force fields using sound, especially ultrasound. So, there's an interesting thought. Makes you wonder, did Purplicious Cow know that when he made this one? This is just too fun. Fling stuff around. Now, one thing you normally do is you try to push things upward, or they hit the ground repetitively like that. That is not an air drowning squid. That was because he was just being pounded onto the ground. Also note they kind of vibrate fast. Pogo squid. Oh, that is just super fun. Okay. Also, it will vibrate other kinds of entities like items, so you may have actually seen for a split moment the high-speed vibrating ink sacs left over from the squids. So yeah, this is an interesting method of attack and defense. It allows you to create a field of sound around you that can both smack enemies into the ground for damage, as well as defend you from them by holding them at bay. So it's a very useful pet. Now we also get to the power of the moon. The moon pet reverses gravity of mobs and items. Again, this is something that affects entities around you, and very similarly. Its favorite food is a gas tier, and making it requires some nether quartz, a diamond, an emerald, and a gas tier, which you'd expect from its favorite food. Now, let's toss on some gas tiers here. Gas pet. Do I have any space left in my feed bag? No, but that's okay. These things will be kind of rearranged in a little while. Anyhow, we have the power of the moon. Now for this, I know there's some hostile mobs I can toy with. Why? Because... Fly, fly, creatures. Behold the power of the moon! Ha 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 ha. And then, of course, they drop for fall damage at the end of this. So again, this is both defensive and offensive. You can get enemies to back off from you, and then drop them like a bunch of bricks. Okay. That was interesting. May cause some temporary lag because of the weird effects. So, yeah, feel like you're in space! Come on. It's about fall time. I mean, it's not exactly that season right now. I mean, we're in winter at the time I'm doing this, but still. Yeah. I'm that full of items. Okay, I kind of had to see that one coming. But that's fine. It's not like these slime balls are going to be directly useful to me right now, so yeah. Still, that was the power of the moon pet. So, there we go. Anyhow, this concludes my my featuring of the utility and area pets. Now, the thing is, all pets do count towards some very, very special achievements slash advancements in this, whichever way you've got it at the time. And they do have categories too, and it's one thing I hadn't really gone over yet, but I guess I will now. Wait. Is there... Hey. Is there not enough room here for inventory pets? I thought that I saw this whole crazy thing around a while back with this whole advancement system. I know I'm getting advancements from this, but they're not registering here. I can't just go right to them. Aww. I was gonna show off that... Okay, I'll probably do that in another video just to show it off, so yeah. But anyhow, Inventory Pets has a lot of achievements and advancements in it based on getting the pets. So they all go towards a very special one. So you do get a very special one for collecting them all. You get to officially be declared a petologist. I've gotten that one before myself, so I have collected them all. So I can certainly say it's a very interesting title that I'd like to re-earn whenever I have the opportunity. But for now, this is Glitch Reaper. I'll be signing off until the next segment, or whatever video I do next. And I will be very much hoping to hear from you all again sometime. So bye for now, everybody.